Descript allows creators to edit video and audio as easily as a Word document. No technical expertise required. In this tutorial, we'll use Descript's AI-powered engine to transform raw, messy footage into a polished production. We'll see how to navigate Descript's interface, transcribe and edit video through text, leverage the built-in AI, Underlord, adjust and fix audio, export high-resolution content, and more. Let's jump right in. Chapter 1: Onboarding and Pricing. Clicking the link in the description will take you to the Descript homepage, where all you have to do is click Sign Up in the upper right corner. You can use your Google account for a quick start or create an account using an email address. I'll sign in with my Google account. After that, Descript will ask you a few questions about your goals. Follow the on-screen instructions until you arrive at this page. While Descript offers a free plan, the limitations are significant. You're limited to uploading only 1 media hour a month and 100 credits at sign-up, which means you never get more credits. You're limited to exporting footage in 720p with the Descript watermark built in, have access to a fraction of the built-in AI's features, and can barely test the AI speech tool. With all this in mind, let's take a look at Descript's 3 paid plans. Hobbyist, starting at $16 per month. Hobbyist gives you 10 media hours per month, as well as 400 AI credits a month. You're able to export in 1080p without a watermark, have access to Underlord, the built-in AI, can use the studio's sound tools to remove filler words or background noise, and build an AI clone of your voice for simple retakes. Creator, starting at $24 per person per month, you have 30 media hours a month and 800 AI credits. You're able to export in 4K, watermark-free. The suite of AI tools at your fingertips drastically increases, including the ability to turn images into video. You also have unlimited access to a free stock library and can top up your media hours or AI credits if you run short. Lastly, there's business. Starting at $50 per person per month, you get 40 media hours a month and a whopping 1,500 credits. There's also the Brand Studio, which centralizes your assets so anyone on the team can produce on-brand video in seconds. You can also build custom avatars, translate and dub videos in over 20 languages, and enjoy priority support from Descript. So, which plan is right for you? Well, free isn't going to cut it for anyone. 1 media hour per month is nothing, and 720p simply doesn't cut it anymore. Audiences expect more. And in my opinion, business doesn't add enough features for the price. That leaves hobbyist and creator, and I think these plans pretty accurately describe who they're built for. Hobbyist is a solid starting point if you make videos for fun or share with a few friends a few times a month. And creator offers enough to seriously help small to medium-sized content creators. I'll go ahead and buy a creator plan. I'll switch to monthly and click Get Started. I'll only be using 1 seat, so I'll go ahead and enter my payment info and click Save Subscription. It'll take a few moments to verify your purchase, and after that, go ahead and continue to Descript. I recommend not adding any additional team members until you're sure Descript is right for you, so click Skip. You also have the option to share data with Descript or not. It's fine, so I'll move on. That will take us to the dashboard. Before we create your first project and start editing, let's take a few minutes to tour the interface. Chapter 2: Interface Tour. No time to waste. We'll work our way down the left sidebar, going from top to bottom. Home. This is your central landing page where you can see a high-level overview of your most recent activity and jump back into your latest edits. Clicking this icon will return you here from anywhere in the app. Projects. This is the primary folder where all your video and audio editing files are stored. Quick Recordings. This hub houses all your screen captures recorded directly through Descript for instant editing. Learn Descript, a dedicated resource center filled with tutorials and documentation designed to help you master the platform's advanced AI features. Brand Studio. This is where you manage your brand's assets to ensure a consistent look across every video. Media Library, a centralized repository for your uploaded assets, providing integrated access to millions of stock videos, images, and royalty-free music tracks. AI Speakers. This is where you can train your own digital voice clone or select from a library of pre-made AI voices. Layout Packs. These are pre-designed visual templates that let you instantly apply professional arrangements to your video scenes. Lastly, there are workspaces, centralized hubs for managing projects, storing assets, and accessing AI tools. When they first join Descript, everyone has access to two workspaces. The first is the private workspace. This is where you can house your own records or projects. Only you will be able to see and access this workspace. Then there's the team workspace or the drive. Everyone can access the drive, which allows teams to collaborate on audio and video editing. Fairly straightforward. Now that you know your way around, let's create your first project. Chapter 3. Starting a project and AI transcription. Open Projects, click New Project in the upper right, and select Video Projects. First things first, give your project a detailed name. I'll be uploading a short clip of raw footage from a video that compares Klaviyo to Omnisend. So I'll name this project Klaviyo vs. Omnisend Volume 1. You have 5 ways to import raw footage into Descript: uploading a file from your computer, creating a video with the AI speaker, recording live with Descript, importing from the media library, or importing from Zoom. I'll simply drag and drop the raw footage into the app. It'll take a bit to upload, but that's okay. This is a great opportunity to discuss the layout of this page. This is the project editor, and it is divided into 4 sections. On the left, there's a transcription of the script. This is where you will do most of your editing, since all you have to do is delete or rearrange words to edit the footage. Pro tip: whenever you upload a new video or audio file, make sure there's a speaker assigned. If there isn't, you'll see Add Speaker underneath the title. Click it. For this example, I'll select Create New Speaker, name him George, and hit Create Speaker. Now, instead of Add Speaker, it says George. Why does this matter? Well, because Descript will take this video and create an AI clone copy of George's voice, allowing us to make edits on the fly without the hassle of reshooting. Next up is the timeline at the bottom of the screen. This is for more experienced editors, and since Descript's explanation of the timeline is perfect, I'll read it here. The timeline gives you fine-tuned control over how your composition plays out, when visuals appear, how audio syncs with your script, and how your project is structured overall. While most editing happens in the script, the timeline helps you finesse timing and layouts. It does, but it is also not for the faint of heart. If you are not an experienced video editor, I don't recommend touching the timeline at all, at least not for your first few projects. In the middle of the screen is the canvas, where your footage lives. You can also resize the video, crop it, add text layers, effects, or animations, and make color adjustments. Lastly, there's what Descript simply calls the sidebar on the right-hand side. From here, you can access AI tools. This is the home of the Underlord suite, where you can trigger automated features like studio sound, eye contact, and filler word removal with a single click. We'll be back here shortly. Properties. This dynamic panel updates based on your selections, providing contextual controls for audio volume, visual positioning, and layering effects. For example, if I highlight a few words in the transcription, I can adjust their volume, and if I click back on the video, I can adjust the recording size and add animations and effects. Elements. Use this menu to add visual overlays, such as progress bars, shapes, and social media stickers to guide your audience through the video. Pro tip. Personally, I think most of what this section offers isn't very useful. There are only 2 exceptions: text, which lets you place text on the screen, and dynamic text, tools that appear on the screen and automatically update based on the transcription. Captions. This dedicated section allows you to customize the style, font, and highlighting of your dynamic on-screen text to maximize viewer retention. Lastly, there's media, a central repository where you can manage your uploaded files and search a massive library of professional stock footage, music, and sound effects. Alright, now that you know the ins and outs of each section and have an idea of what they can do, let's get started using the text to make edits. Chapter 4. Text-based editing. For beginners, this is where Descript really excels. Making edits through the transcript is simple. You're going to edit the video by reading the text. Let's start at the beginning. I'll put my cursor at the beginning of the transcript and hit play.
In this video, we're comparing Klaviyo versus Omnisend. Links. In this video, we're comparing Klaviyo versus Omnisend. Links to the best deals are in the description. Let's get started.
So as you can see, I wasn't a fan of my first 2 takes of the intro. All I have to do is highlight the text from those takes and hit the backspace key on my keyboard. Now let's hit play and see my changes take effect.
In this video, we're comparing Klaviyo versus OmniSend. Links to the best deals are in the description. Let's get started.
So as you can see, those 2 takes have been scrapped. The video and audio are instantly cut. I'll go a bit further in the video to showcase just how clean Descript is at stitching the audio and video together. Right here, I have a few takes saying Klaviyo wins for deep data, though Klaviyo has fewer templates to start with. Let's play this first to see what the raw footage looks and sounds like.
Klaviyo wins for deep data. Verdicts? Klaviyo wins for deep data. OmniSend wins for sales tools. Design and templates. Klaviyo has fewer templates to start.
As you can see, there's a lot going on there. Several different takes, as well as a lengthy pause for me to clear my throat. Now, I'll delete from verdict to verdicts. So all I say is Klaviyo wins for deep data. I'll keep OmniSend wins for sales tools, but I'll add a period to indicate a clear break. I'll also move it up to the prior paragraph. Now, I'll also cut out this bit of text here so the script reads design and templates. Klaviyo has fewer templates to start with. With all those changes made, let's see how it looks and sounds. I'll click play.
Klaviyo wins for deep data. OmniSend wins for sales tools. Design and templates. Klaviyo has fewer templates to start with.
While that's pretty good, the long pause for me clearing my throat is still there. This will need to be edited out. Luckily, there's an AI tool that can help me clean this up that we will see soon. Before I move on, there are 2 things we should talk about. So far, I have only deleted takes and improved the flow. You can also rearrange text wholesale, moving paragraphs, and reordering your video. The AI will compensate. Now, something else that's super important, correcting the transcripts. For example, OmniSend is constantly 2 words. To change this, I'll highlight the first sentence of OmniSend in the first paragraph and hit C on my keyboard. That will open a small text box where I can edit the text and provide the correct transcription. I'll do that. After you type the right word, make sure to click Correct All. The script will let you preview all the changes it will make. Click Correct All again to confirm. This won't change the audio at all, and it will ensure your captions will be 100% accurate later. I'll do the same for OmniSend. There we go. Of course, going through manually making all these changes is still time consuming. That's why you can leverage Descript's built-in AI tools to make the process much faster. Let's see how. Chapter 5. Underlord, your AI co-editor. Click on AI tools to view all of Underlord's individual functions. There are over 20 tools here, and together they help automate mundane, repetitive tasks that used to take hours. We don't have time to go through each tool individually, but we'll talk about the most important ones. Edit for clarity. This is a tool that combines remove filler words, remove retakes, and shorten word gaps into a single function. When you click it, there are only 2 options: edit intensity and use AI speech. Edit intensity essentially tells the app how much leeway you want to give it to make changes with your scripts. Low means that there have to be clear filler words, digressions, everything that signals an obvious cut. High gives the tool more freedom to make cuts. Personally, this tool doesn't make much sense. You can be much more precise with the remove filler words, remove retakes, and shorten word gaps tools, and the time saved isn't worth it. You will likely be spending as much time undoing the changes made by an overzealous clarity edit. With that in mind, I'll head back and use those tools to make our changes. I'll select remove filler words. Since this consumes AI credits, I have to approve the action. I'll tell Underlord to find all 3 filler words. With those found, I'll toggle on avoid harsh cuts. This essentially allows the AI to blend the audio and video together so there isn't a noticeable gap between words. With that done, click remove all. Head back to the AI tools section and open remove retakes. Click submit to let AI identify all the existing retakes. You'll see each suggested edit in the window at the top. After looking them over, go ahead and click Remove the ignored text from scripts. There we go. Now, all that's left is to shorten word gaps. click it and select Find All Word Gaps. See the window that pops up in the top left? In this, change gaps more than from 3 seconds to 0.5 seconds. Also, shorten those gaps to no more than 0.3 seconds. This will help keep the video punchy and professional. You can see each suggested change on the right, along with a number in brackets indicating the current length of each one. If everything looks good, then click Shorten All. There we go. Pretty easy. Now, let's circle back around and talk about the Studio Sound tool. Chapter 6, Studio Sound and the Blade tool. Let's listen to the fourth paragraph of the transcript.
Design and templates. Klaviyo has fewer templates to start with. You can make great emails, but you might have to spend more time designing them yourself. OmniSend comes with over 250 ready-made templates. You can find designs for sales, holidays, and welcome emails easily. Verdict: OmniSend saves you time with more templates.
As you can hear, there are some distortions and echoes in the original recording, especially around the over 250 ready-made templates bit. Let's fix it. Open Sound Studio and make sure Studio Sound is toggled on. This will help eliminate any background noise, making your voice clearer and steadier. Now, I'm going to run into a problem. My microphone is a high-quality studio one, and it was acting up during the recording. Basically, if I wasn't looking directly at it, my voice was getting distorted. So the Studio Sound tool isn't going to fix this on its own. Instead, I'll need to look down at the timeline. I'll click the drop-down menu icon next to the pointer icon and select Blade. The Blade tool lets you break a clip into multiple parts so you can trim, move, slip, or delete sections independently. To properly fix my audio issues, I'd need to chop the audio into several sections, adjust the studio sound for each one, and enable another setting called Auto Level. Even though I can't properly showcase this tool in today's video, it does a great job if you don't have high-end recording equipment. Here's a test you can do. Record a short video with your webcam microphone and run it through Descript. I bet you'll notice a difference. Now let's move on and talk about one of the look good tools. Eye contact. Chapter 7, Eliminating Eye Drifts. If you regularly record your face, there will be times when you look at your notes or the teleprompter rather than directly into the camera. This can make the viewer feel disconnected. Luckily, it's easy to fix. Under AI Tools, select Eye Contact. Under Visual Effects, it'll appear toggled on. This setting enables the AI to subtly shift your pupils so you appear to be looking directly into the camera throughout the video. Even if you have a professional-grade teleprompter situated right in front of the camera, as I do, you still are reading a script, so your eyes will still be drifting from left to right, albeit subtly. This tool will help mitigate this, so you keep looking at the view. Now, let's look at the tool that goes a bit deeper. Rather than simply changing a few words here and there or correcting your gaze back to the camera, let's see how we can create and edit scenes.
Chapter 8, Scenes and Layouts. In any good video, you're constantly cycling between different visual layouts. To make this easier, let's introduce scenes. In short, scenes control how and when visual content like video, images, text, and layouts appears in your project. Think of scenes as slides in a PowerPoint presentation. Each one tells its own story in a unique way. Let's see how it works.
Adding scripts in Descript is easy. Simply add a / in Descript. I'll add one right before ease of use. Press the left arrow key, then press the Enter key to move it down. This creates a scene, which opens a Properties tab on the far right side. Before we address anything else, let's talk about layouts. Open the drop-down menu next to Choose Layout. As you can see, there are tons of different options for you to choose from. There's even more than meets the eye. Each layout has several variants. To view each variant, hover over a layout. I'll hover over Screen and click More. That opens a pop-up where you can see all the variants of this layout. I'll go with the one called Screen Recording right here. That will change the layout for this part of the video. I'll move down to where the transcript says Design and Templates and create a new scene right before that. That adds a new scene, and I can pick a new layout to reflect the new section. Let's double back to the second scene actually, because this serves as the perfect segue to the next chapter: how to incorporate B-roll and other media
into your videos. Chapter 9. Adding B-roll and other media. There are several different ways to handle this, but I'll cover the two best: direct media upload and text-to-media editing. We'll start with direct media upload. You can easily drag and drop content from your computer into a split-screen scene, like this. Now, this clip isn't from the Klaviyo versus Omnisend comparison video, but you'll see how two independent videos can play simultaneously. Let's hit play.
Design and templates. Klaviyo has fewer templates to start with. You can make great emails, but you might have to...
You can also adjust the settings of the B-roll footage. Click it to change the B-roll speed, duration, and start time, and to set the footage to loop, play once, or freeze. With these granular settings, it's easy to perfectly sync the B-roll to the voiceover or talking head. Let's move down a paragraph and create a new scene so I can show you how to edit text to media. I'll change the layout of the scene to the default camera. The first sentence of this paragraph is a retake of the prior one that Descript wasn't able to detect. Verdict: Omnisend saves you time with more templates. I'll go ahead and highlight this sentence, then select media on the right-hand side. Since Omnisend saves you time, I'll type clock in the search bar. Hovering over each video lets us see how long it is and what it sounds like. I'll click on the first option. There we go. Now, let's watch this short scene play out.
Verdict: Omnisend saves you time with more templates, support, and reliability.
A bit rough around the edges. I'd move the scene forward by one word so it starts with Omnisend rather than verdicts, and try to get the timing and transitions just right to make it look a bit more professional. But you should get the picture. The possibilities with B-roll are endless. But even the most cinematic B-roll can save a factual error in your voiceover. We've all been there. You finish the entire export only to realize you quoted the wrong price for the software. Not to worry, Descript can help you there too. Chapter 10. Regenerate. We'll move down a paragraph where I say that Klaviyo paid plans sit at around $45 per month. What if it was actually $55? No problem. All I have to do is highlight 45 and click Regenerate in the toolbar that pops up. I'll switch 45 to 55 in the chat box and hit Regenerate. Now I have to enable speech regeneration by reading this short text prompt and training my AI clone. I'll go ahead and do that off screen. I'll click Choose a file, upload the recording, and hit Submit. Using that recording, the script will replace 45 with 55. As helpful as the Regenerate tool is, there's another completely unrelated issue I often run into. How do I pick the highlights of my video to share in social media or transform into a short? Well, that's something else Descript can now do for you. Let's see how. Chapter 11. The Repurposing Tools. There are 4 repurposing tools, but we'll focus on 2. Let's start with Find Highlights. I'll change the number of highlights from 5 to 2 and have the tool highlight the text in green. Then I'll hit Submit. Underlord will scan your transcript for high-value insights and automatically create short clips. For me, they were 8 and 11 seconds long. I'll hit Copy All to New Composition, and there we go. Now I'll select Create Highlight Reel, change the duration from 3 minutes to 1 minute, and opt for the default layouts. Now I'll click Submit. And there we go. I have 2 more highlights. Even better, the tool automatically created them as new compositions, meaning I don't have to manually cut and edit them out of the main footage. In the top center of the screen, you'll see the project's name, Klaviyo versus Omnisend Volume 1, and next to that, the composition called Highlight Reel of Klaviyo versus Omnisend. All a composition is a separate editing environment for the same projects. That's why when I click on the Highlight Reel title, you'll see that there are 3 other compositions. I'll switch back to the main one now. Once you think one of your compositions, or all of them, is ready to go, it's time to export. Let's see how that's done. Chapter 12. High Resolution Exporting. Click Export in the upper right. I recommend downloading the file directly to your computer, so switch destination from Descript to Local Export. Going right to YouTube is risky. Select which export option you'd like. I'll go with all compositions. As for the resolution, I recommend going with 4K to ensure the best quality for your audience. Now, go ahead and open Advanced. For a YouTube video, MP4 is the proper format, so leave that as is. Skip audio.
go ahead and open metadata. Here you can write the show title, which will be your channel name or series name, and add a description and break the video into chapters. You can then copy these directly into YouTube Studio to boost your SEO. With that done, click Export 3 items, and once your download is complete, you'll be ready to upload. If you haven't yet, click the link in the description to start your free trial of these scripts. You'll get access to Studio Sound and Underlord so you can see the magic for yourself, as well as an exclusive discount if you sign up for a subscription. So what are you going to build with these scripts? A tutorial series, starting a podcast, or something else? Drop a comment below and let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.